Welcome, welcome. Today we are going to be going a little further in depth. We did a video covering the showcase itself, what I liked. I didn't really talk about what I didn't like too much. And that's sort of what today is. Is we got a little tier list here with all of the different things that were announced or shown at the conference. So we're just going to go through one by one and just about sort of just get my thoughts, opinions. We'll definitely go a little more in depth today. So first up is 33 Immortals, so 33 Immortals is being made by, which one was it? Thunder Lotus Games. This is definitely one of the more interesting ones to come out because you don't really see co-op go past 10, let alone 33, like as like an RPG anyway. Basically you're rebelling against, Final Judgment, obviously. Playing as this group called the Immortals, I think that's where you get the name 33 Immortals from. I'm pretty sure like collectively they're referred to as the Immortals. But it's basically taking Destiny's raid mechanic and turning it into a full video game. Not a lot was shown from it. It was more just... I don't know what I did. Music to start playing. Oh wait, there's sound. Duh. Okay. But yeah, it looks very interesting. I'm excited to see more, and I'm especially excited because I'm pretty sure it's going to be on Game Pass. Yeah. So this is one of those games I definitely want to see more of before I give like a full final judgment, but as it currently stands, definitely a B. Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty. So basically, Phantom Liberty is so far the only confirmed Cyberpunk 2077 DLC. Basically, it's taking the game and adding a new area and a new campaign where it's more like, as it's just here, it's more of a spy thriller type deal. You're performing some espionage in Dogtown. They brought Keanu Reeves back, which was a great choice. I still love the Keanu meme from the showcase 2 years ago. They showed a good chunk of gameplay, and it looks a lot better. Let me see if I can't pull it up here real fast. I'll mute it just in case, but... yeah, here it is.
I was a child of two.
Yeah. I talked about this game already. It seemed decent enough. I mean, it's like Far Cry Avatar. But yeah, here's Dogtown. That's the leader, from what I remember. Where was I thought there was a little bit of like... I thought there might have been a little bit of shooting gameplay, but maybe there wasn't. But it just looked a ton better. I'm cautiously optimistic. I hope it's good, and so I'm just gonna stick it in B for now. My probably least favorite, second least favorite announcement was Fallout 76 Atlantic City. I do not like Fallout 76. I've tried getting into it multiple times. It's not even the fact that it's an online game. I feel like a Fallout online game could work. Fallout 76 is just what not to do with the Fallout IP. And I know it's using the old Bethesda engine. It's made by their C team basically, but I can just never get into it. And this isn't even to discredit the developers, obviously, because it's purely a higher up Bethesda decision. I just don't like it. I've never really vibed with it. And like whenever it started, I was convinced it was going to be a new game because like I want a new Fallout. Like I know at least the main studio is not working on Fallout 5 until after Starfield launches and like has its DLC run course. So it probably won't be till like well, and also after Elder Scrolls 6. So it probably won't be till like 2030. So moving on, we got the Carbon Black Series S, which is 1 terabyte instead of all the other ones have been 500. Like I'm actually like mine is, for instance, which I'm planning on expanding my storage soon. But this is such a great option for those people that like want 1 terabyte at launch because Starfield's going to be big. I can already sort of tell. I mean, I'm gonna put it in C, like just because like it's just a black Series S with 1 terabyte. There's nothing too special other than that. Clockwork Revolution. I've already talked about like how pumped I am for this game. I don't want to put it higher than like a B just in case because like they didn't really show an awful lot, but even then it was just an announcement. So hopefully more is shown soon, especially since I believe it's supposed to come out in... Oh no, it just says it's coming soon, from what I remember. Yeah, like, I mean, that sounds accurate. Like, some people are predicting it'll probably be, like, 2024 or 2025, which makes sense. Oh, wait, no, they revealed it's going to be 2024. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, no, I trust inXile. They've done some pretty good games in the past. Because if I recall correctly, they're the group that did, yeah, Bard's Tale. And also Wasteland. Great games. Next is the Dune Flight Sim. Again, it's gonna go B. Just because, like, it's just like the Halo DLC they did a couple of years back, where it's just a new plane that's based on the... I can't remember what it's called. It's like the flying vehicle from Flight Sim. Dungeons of Hindenburg, I gotta say C, just because there wasn't really too much. It kind of, like, outside the art style, it looked kind of generic. But who knows? Maybe once they show more, I'll be more excited. But for the time being, it looks at least to be fun. It just doesn't look that special. Elder Scrolls Necrom, also going to put that C. Can never get into Elder Scrolls either. Same sort of thing as 76, except... Well, I have played a good chunk of Elder Scrolls Online. It's more I just don't want to constantly buy DLC expansions. Fable, I'm sort of breaking the mold a little because, like, all Fable showed was a, like, CG rendered video, but but they did confirm afterwards, like I think I mentioned in the last video, that it was all rendered through a Series X, which makes me a lot more confident that this game is actually going to be good, because Playground is a bit of a weird choice for a developer because they've mostly done racing games. Like, they're mostly known for Forza. So the fact, because I believe that's who's making it. Yeah, Playground Games, and they are mostly known for Forza Horizon. So I'm excited to see how it turns out. This was one of my biggest surprises, was Flight Sim 2024. I like Flight Sim. I think it's a fun series. It's not one I can like really get into, but it's good knowing there's a new one that has like a lot more activities that'll hopefully entice me more to play. Speaking of Forza, Motorsport, I'm not much of a Motorsport fan. I'm more a fan of Horizon. But like, I'd still probably put it B just because I know it is a big brand IP for Microsoft. And I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for that, especially from some of my friends, because I have a couple of friends who are like obsessed with the Forza series. Senua Saga, I'd probably put B too, just because not an awful lot was shown. It's mostly just, I think, behind the scenes trailer. Just Dance is Donut's new game. See, there's going to be a lot of Bs. Like, for the most part, a lot of games do fall in, like, the B territory, at least in these first couple. Just because, like, not an awful lot was shown. Like, even though Microsoft did say there was going to be no CG render trailers and all of them would be rendered in-engine, a lot of them still ended up being the type of trailers that PlayStation was criticized for constantly using. But even then, in Microsoft's defense, most of the PlayStation ones were CG rendered and not rendered in-engine like the ones here were. So, Like a Dragon... Infinite Wealth has been confirmed to be Like a Dragon 8, or Yakuza 8, Like a Dragon 2, whatever you want to call it. It's a sequel to Like a Dragon, which is the turn-based sequel series to Yakuza, which the trailer was really, really good. It was super funny. Hold on, let me see if I can't just pull up a little bit of it, because there was... Yeah, he basically wakes up butt naked on a beach. And it's sort of presumed to be Hawaii in some sense, because it appears to be an American city. And it makes sense for him to wake up in Hawaii instead of like California or Florida or anything like that. So it's probably going to be split between Kiryu's perspective and, well, spoiler, well, I mean, all the trailers have been showing Kiryu. And then obviously Ichiban. So it's probably going to be one in Japan, one in Hawaii. Metaphor, I'm actually going to give an S just because of how excited. Like, that's really much ringing for this. This is how excited I am for each of these individual projects. It's not like necessarily the quality of the game, it's like what my hype is for everything. I adore Persona, and I'm going to talk a little more about that once we get to Reload and Tactica. But Metaphor looks like a perfect sister series to Persona with the fantasy world. Obviously, not a lot was shown. Like, when even if I showed a trailer, it just looks like Persona, but with like a fantasy skin over it. Overwatch 2, Instant F. I'm not going to explain further. Blizzard's decisions, monetary-wise, have been garbage, to say the least. I hope they change course, because, like, you know, they canceled the one PvE and are like, oh, here's missions now that cost like, I think it's like $15 or something like that. But yeah, Persona 3 Reload, I'm actually going to put at the very, very front of A. I don't want to give it an S because I'm a tiny bit skeptical. I hope it's good. There's just like a couple things missing from some of like the ports of Persona, like Portable and Fez, that hopefully get added in. Other than that, though, it looks really, really good. This is that Path of the Goddess game. This is like the flower one, and I didn't really know what to think of it, of just what they've shown. Like, I don't really even know like what kind of style it's going for, like combat-wise or anything like that. So I gotta put it in B, just because like a lot of the ones in B just need to show more for the most part. Like Freddy Free Immortals, Clockwork Revolution, Jusant, Hellblade, and Path of the Goddess all just sort of need to show more before I can fully give my opinion on something. Same goes with Payday 3. Like, I'm going to put that right in front of B, just because I really, really like Payday 2. It is one of the games I constantly go back to. I've bought most of the DLC multiple times. And the fact that this one's crossplay is great. Like, I know my brother is showing interest in it, and I'm definitely going to play with him whenever it comes out in September. And like, the good thing about it too is that they are showing stuff off. Like, they're doing dev diaries every week now, up until the release. They're doing 9. Or at least like, I think it's like every other week or something like that. But like, once we see more, my hype will definitely, honestly, it might reach S by the time September 21st comes around. Persona 5 Tactica is just turn-based Persona 5, so instant A. for me. Not as high as Persona 3 Reload, but I'm glad that we are getting more Persona 5 games. City Skylines 2, same thing as the rest of them. Just wish there was more to show, or because like I believe it was announced a while ago. Unless maybe it was announced at, it was announced back in March. Like, I wish a little more was shown. South of Midnight looked interesting. Same sort of boat as like the rest of these. Like, I wouldn't say this one like was a bad announcement. Like, just purely off my hype level, there wasn't really too much to go on. And this is gonna seem a little weird. Sea of Thieves, Monkey Island. So, like, for the Lucasfilm video I've been working on, I have been playing a lot of their older games, and Monkey Island has been one of them, and it's been a lot of fun playing through it. Like, I especially really love, like, the combat in it with the, what do they call it? It's, like, banter fighting or whatever. It's so funny, and I'm so glad that, and I feel like Sea of Thieves is a perfect mesh because it's a sillier pirate game, which means it meshes with other silly pirate games like Monkey Island. Starfield, it's an S. Like, that direct, I won't go too in depth just because I have a whole separate video just talking about Starfield, and I probably will have more in the future once more stuff is shown. Still Wake So Deep, I'm going to give an A just because I really, really liked the atmosphere it was going for. I'm excited to see what they do because it looks legitimately creepy. Outlaws is like right in the middle of B because they did show gameplay. They showed gameplay 2 days later. And it was gameplay. I've put my thoughts into another video. I'm not going to go too in depth on that. Check it out if you want to see my opinion on what is going on with Outlaws. And then Towerborn looked interesting. I don't really know too much about it, nor am I really interested. All I really know is that it's similar to Castle Crashers. But, yeah, I mean, that's basically everything I am hyped for coming in to the second half of 2023 and beyond for Xbox. If you guys want to see more, obviously make sure to subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, get the word out there. Because the goal right now is to get to 100 subscribers. That would be the world to me, honestly. Like I mentioned before, we're working on bigger videos. They should be out in the near future. And leave in the comments how you feel about the tier list. What games are you guys excited for? And with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace out.